Got a 2011 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport model. Today I'm going to show you how to do the front brakes, which includes the pads, rotors, the works. First thing you're going to want to do is jack up the truck. Put it on jack stands for safety. You're going to place your jack under your control arm, jack it up as high as you can, get the tire off. Put a jack stand underneath your axle tube, both sides, to support it in case anything happens. After you have it jacked up, pop off your lug nuts. You got 5 there. Depending on your size, you might have a special key or lock. So just pop them. First thing you're gonna want to do is take your caliper off. 13mm bolt here, 13mm bolt here. Pop these two out. You're also gonna need a 15mm wrench to hold this side of your caliper bolt so this doesn't free spring. So hold this, gun this off. Do the same thing on the bottom. You never let it hang, so you're gonna tie this up somewhere. But now I'm gonna put it up. You're gonna pop your brakes out. These are overdue. As you can see, there's a wear mark right here. When you get down to this point, the brakes are done. So this was due. You're gonna take your caliper slides out. There's a rubber boot here. Pry it back, and it slides out. You're gonna wanna lube these, top and bottom. Like so. Next you're gonna wanna do is take a 21mm socket. You got 2 bolts. One here, one there. Take these 2 out. The bracket comes off of the caliper. You're gonna wanna hold this so it doesn't fall. Pop that out. There goes your caliper bracket. Now this will come off freely. It might be hot. Just take that off. Put it down. These are the rotors we're gonna go with. Duralast Gold. Part number 53040DG. These are coated rotors. So they're gonna last a long time and they won't rust. That's what they look like. And when you get new rotors, if you see oil on it, you're gonna wanna clean that before you mount them on. That's when they cut it, they have to use oil on the machine to keep it good. Take your new rotors, that's simple, pop it on. You're gonna take your bracket, 2 bolts, pop that back on. For the brakes, we went with Brembo, another good company. Part number P11025 Nancy. This is what it looks like when you unbox it. These are your slides for your pads to rope slide on. Comes with lube. And it comes well packaged. Rubber bands and sealed. You notice the quality of this over other cheaper pads. These are anti-rattle clips. Some companies don't have that on there. That's so you don't hear no squeaking or rattling. There's your sensor over here to tell you when the pads are low. They make a squeaking sound. You're gonna pop off your clips. A lot of people don't do this. That's why they stay stuck on the 4 clips each side. You're gonna take your new clips. The little tab goes toward the outside on each side. And you just press that down in there and they lock into place. Like so. Same thing for each one. Tab goes to the outside. You got the short tab, it goes in the inside. Flip it around, same thing. Another thing most people don't do. Take a little bit of Never Seas and you're gonna lube the slides, all four of them. Never Seas, like I said, put a little dab right there, here, and here. Not much. That's so when the brakes back off, they're able to move freely in and out. Take your caliper bracket, your 2 bolts, 21 millimeter, catch them, top and bottom. Tighten these down. You're gonna take your caliper, don't let it hang. Take one of your old brakes and put it back in there like so. Take a C-clamp and you're gonna compress the piston. Nice and slow. Give it the fluid time to go back into the reservoir up top. You don't do this, you won't be able to get the caliper back over the new brakes. It's gonna have a little tension on it. That's normal. Okay. You're gonna go all the way until your piston's back in all the way. Back it off. That's what it looks like when it's in flush. Make sure there's no leaks, no wet spots, so you know your caliper is good. You're gonna take your pads. This is the one without the clip. And they just slide in on the slides that you just installed. You're gonna wanna clean your caliper bolts before you put Never Seas on here. If it has rust, you could use a brass brush to clean it off if it's rusty. These are in good shape. You can take off the old grease that gets hard after all the heat cycles it goes through. Do the top and bottom. Like so. As much as you can. It's not rocket science here. You're gonna take new Never Seas and you're gonna apply it on here liberally on both of the pins. Take your pin, slide it into your bracket, push it into the rubber, locks over like so. Give it a couple pushes. Same thing on the bottom, locks in. As long as it's free moving, your caliper has the motion like that, so you're good to go. Take your caliper, put it over, push your pin in, top and bottom. Take your 2 13 millimeter bolts, catch them on there, top and bottom. Tighten these up to torque specs, and one side is done. Do the same thing on the passenger side. When you tighten up your lug nuts, you want to go in a star pattern. You're going to start here, you're going to skip this, go here. Skip this, go here, skip this, go here, and then last one here. Questions, comments, leave them below. I get back to everybody. If you have any video suggestions, leave them below, and I'll see if I can make it happen. Take care, fellas.